Let's now talk about another very important type of chemolithotrophs, that is the nitrogen oxidizing bacteria. These are the bacteria which tend to oxidize nitrogen containing compounds like ammonia, nitrites, nitrates, etc., and get energy from this oxidation process. They include the nitrosomonas, nitrococcus bacteria, nitrobacter, nitrospina, etc. They are categorized as ammonia oxidizing bacteria, abbreviated as AOB. They oxidize, as the name shows, they oxidize ammonia to hydroxylamine. Then there comes the NOBs, or nitrite oxidizing bacteria. They oxidize nitrites to nitrates. The key enzymes which are involved in this process are the ammonia monooxygenase, which oxidize ammonia to hydroxylamine, and then hydroxylamine oxidoreductase, which oxidizes the hydroxylamines to the nitric oxide. And finally, there is the nitrite oxidoreductase, which change nitrite into nitrates. All these compounds, nitrite and nitrates, and of course ammonia also, they make a very, very important component of the nitrogen cycle also. So these bacteria and the process of this oxidation of these compounds, they are very much responsible for the maintenance of nitrogen in our ecosystem through the nitrogen cycle, of course. Then these bacteria are more prevalent in areas where there is more abundance of ammonia. For instance, in the sewage treatment plants, or in the water containing areas, in the lakes, in the canals, or whatsoever, where there is the supply of sewage goes into those areas. Similarly, very highly polluted streams and rivers also, which contains very much of the wastewaters which are supplied by the wastewater, they also contains so much of these bacteria because of the abundance of ammonia or nitrogen containing compounds in these areas. The nitrification process, which is a major part of the reactions which takes place in this ammonia and nitrogen oxidizing or nitrate oxidizing bacteria, this is categorized into two processes. One is the ammonia is converted into hydroxylamine, and then hydroxylamines are converted into nitrites, and then nitrites are converted into nitrates. First step, as I already told you, is conducted by the AOBs, that is ammonia oxidizing bacteria, and the bacteria which are representing this class of microorganisms, they are represented by beta protobacteria and gamma protobacteria, and also some archaea also, they do the same. Then there comes the nitrite oxidation. This nitrite oxidation is carried about by the NOBs, that is nitrite oxidizing bacteria. They are represented by Nitrospinata, Nitrospirota, and other bacteria of their type. The key enzymes involved are ammonia monooxygenase and hydroxylamine oxidoreductase. Of course, the ammonia monooxygenase is involved in the conversion or oxidation of ammonia to hydroxylamine, and then the hydroxylamine oxidoreductase is involved in the conversion of hydroxylamine into nitrite. As far as the chemical reaction is concerned, it involves the reaction of ammonia and oxygen, and the products are ammonia hydroxylamine or amino hydroxylamine. As far as stoichiometry is concerned, it's very simple. You have one molecule of ammonia, 1 molecule of oxygen, 2 protons and 2 electrons which takes place, which participate in this reaction. Of course, this is a redox reaction. Oxidation is taking place, you know. The reaction which is catalyzed by the HOA, that is hydroxylamine oxidoreductase, they convert the hydroxylamine to nitric acid to nitric oxide, and then nitric oxide is oxidized to nitrite. The chemical reaction is that NH2OH along with water, it gives rise to the formation of nitrite, and you get the hydrogen ions and electrons. Then the nitrite, of course, have to be converted into what we say the nitrate, and the reaction is that NO2 along with water react. After the reaction with water, it gives rise to the formation of final product of this nitrification process, which is the nitrate, and of course you get hydrogen and electrons from this reaction. In this way, the cycle which starts from the process of this utilization of the nitrogen compounds for the oxidation, it starts from the oxidation of ammonia, and that it involves the oxidation of nitrite, and then end with the further nitrification, which involves the oxidation of nitrite into nitrates. And these nitrates are then assimilated by the plants, and then the plants, they utilize them to make the different macromolecules in which nitrogen compounds play a very important role in their formation. Nucleic acid is one example, amino acid is another example. So in this way, you can see that their bacteria and certain archaea, they can also make use of the nitrogen containing compounds, not only to make very important parts of their molecules, but also for the production of energy.